All right, ladies and gents, welcome, welcome, welcome. So we got in the chat, welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all go ahead and put in the chat where you're dialing in from. This is Will Zanders. We'll be doing Men's Health Mondays. Gentlemen, let's get in the building. And if y'all will, we'll be covering one or two questions we got from some really loyal supporters. We're going to cover those questions. Houston in the building. JC, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Anthony Stone in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have y'all on board. Put in the chat where you're dialing in from. If you're watching live, type live. If you're watching on replay, type in replay. All right, Rasan Owens, North Carolina. Welcome, brother. Good to have you on. Dr. James, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, I'm just learning. And I'm going to tell you, this is the first one we're doing. We're going to be doing these each and every Monday. But I wanted to make sure that we did this first one live from LA. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Fort Worth, Texas in the building. But I wanted to knock this one out on this particular Monday. It's a work in progress. This is going to be something that we'll be doing. Alabama in the building. Treetop Troy, what's up, coach? Good to see you. Welcome. Good to see you in the building. And this is going to be Men's Health Monday. So we're going to cover two questions. North Dallas in the building. Welcome. Baller alert. Welcome. And ladies and gentlemen, if y'all are not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please like and subscribe and comment. That pushes this content out to more people. Michigan, and got some ladies in the building tonight. Welcome. Got ladies in the building. Guess they got sons and brothers and significant others. Okay. Welcome. Michigan in the building. Okay. Central Texas, welcome. Ocala, Florida, welcome. Dallas, Texas, welcome. So what we're going to talk about, I'm going to answer one of the questions from our really loyal supporters, and then we are going to dive into just some mindset stuff for gentlemen. So I'm going to tell you all right now, I'm going to tell you right now, fellas, if you came here for just network marketing skills and information, buddy, that ain't this. That's Tuesday night. It's Tuesday night. That's Sunday night. That is not tonight, brother. We talking about Men's Health Mondays. Welcome. Well, that's Tommy from Texas. Welcome, Tommy. Good to see you, brother. Lynn Holland. Welcome, Lynn. Sweet Home, Alabama. Roll Tide. I see you, pimp. We out here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. See, I got some water over here. All right. So we'll talk about first. We're just going to talk about one of the most frequently asked questions that I get from guys on a regular basis, and this is going to be a lot that I get this question on social media a ton, and it's really going to be about muscle in your 40s and in your 50s. Okay, we're not showing off today, but y'all know the 20-inch gun show is in the building, and that is all natural, all African American muscle right there. And it comes from the things that I'm going to tell you about right now. These 22-inch guns are steroid free, all natural, and I just want to give you some tips and pointers that have nothing to do with your workout. Okay, I will give you a couple of workout tips tonight, but for gentlemen who want to build muscle, this is very important that you do this into old age. You don't want to be in your 40s and 50s and 60s and getting pushed around, gentlemen. That is not what you want. The lady with you, okay, your significant other needs to feel safe around you, okay? Just because you're 40 and 50 and 60, that does not mean that you can't squabble up if you need to. It just means that you're better at firearms at that point, okay? Does that make sense? It makes sense if you just better at firearms at 60. But if you had to, you could still put the hands on somebody, and a large part of that is the amount of muscle that you can generate. Now, here's the number one and number two reasons why men, even when you work out, you're not getting the muscle development that you want as you get older. And a lot of people think it is because of the type of workouts you're doing or the fact that you have a job and you don't have the time to really get in the gym. That's only part of it. The number one reason why your muscles aren't looking the way they're supposed to look and doing what they're supposed to do, the number one reason is going to be hydration. Your muscles are quite literally 70 to 80% water. And if you do not have enough healthy clean, fluoride-free water in your body, no matter how much you work out, you will never have enough water to build a full muscle. You see what I'm saying? Because your muscles are literally 70, 80% water. If you don't have enough water in your system, you can work out and bench press all day. You can deadlift all day. Your body's going to be like, great, you did the work and now the muscles are ready to grow. But we don't have any bricks to build the building with. Water is the brick to build your muscles. Well, Will, what about protein? Protein, it's got to be about protein. Yeah, no, protein's cool, but gorillas are the closest thing biologically to a human. Gorillas don't eat no meat. They like treetop chore. They are not just vegetarian, they are vegan. They get breast milk, I think, from the mama gorilla or something like that. But after that, them boys is on lettuce and trees forever. But look at how strong a gorilla or a chimpanzee is in comparison to a meat-eating human. Okay, so you do not, and they get water from the fruits and vegetables they eat. You see, and you can get a ton of protein, but even more importantly from vegetation. And I'm not saying be vegan or vegetarian. I'm not saying that. That's not a bad lifestyle. But I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you can get a ton of muscle growth from water. And I mean pure, not tap water. I mean spend as much money on water as you would on beer at the club. Because beer ain't building your muscle. Beer is building your belly. It's building that stomach. It's building that little man bod that you don't like, that dad bod. That's what that beer is doing. I ain't saying don't drink. I'm just telling you what it does, okay? Spend as much money or much effort as you do on liquor. Spend that on, or cigarettes or weed or anything else. Spend that on water, please, because water is going to have your skin getting clear into your 40s and 50s. Water literally equals muscle. If you don't have the muscle you want, 9 out of 10 times, it's because, assuming you're even working out, doing something to build muscle, you don't have the water. You're dehydrated. You're chronically dehydrated, and you don't even know it. Okay? The next, shout out to Coach Tina on the call as well. Coach Seymour. Who else we got on here? Shout out to all the coaches on the call. If y'all got questions about men's health, men's mental health, men's relationship health, men's physical health, put those in the chat. I'll answer those before we wrap up. I'm not going to be on here too long tonight. So that's number one. The second thing that you really got to focus on doing if you want to build muscle into your 40s, 50s, and 60s and beyond, okay? Water's number one. Number two, sleep. You cannot work out and expect your body to change and grow without the right amount of sleep. I'm telling you, the right amount. Listen, when you work out at the gym, listen, I was a personal trainer for 10 years. Hear me out. I've competed at world championship levels in combat sports and won a lot, okay? Hear me out. When you work out at the gym, you are not building muscle, okay? How many people remember the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Robbie Robinson and all those guys came out back in the day about bodybuilding? How many people remember the name of that movie? I think it came out in the 70s. It was before Conan the Barbarian, I think. How many? I'm dating myself right now. I remember it. What was that movie called? A bodybuilding movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and those guys. Let me know if y'all remember. It's a documentary. It was real popular, and it basically started the gym craze in America with Muscle Beach and Venice Beach and things like that in California. Let's see if anybody remembers the name of that particular doc. You know what I'm talking about. Pumping Iron. Thank you. Okay. Now notice the name of that documentary was not Building Muscle. The name of that documentary was Pumping Iron. Now here's the point. When you're at the gym pumping iron, gentlemen, when you're dumbbell bench pressing, you squat, and you're doing all this type of stuff, okay? When you're doing those things, you are not building muscle. You are literally pumping iron. You are tearing down your body, okay? The muscle is getting stressed out while you're pumping iron. Once you go to bed, once you go to sleep, okay? When you go to sleep, that is when the muscle grows. The body is you're gonna go to sleep, and the body's gonna be like, all right, where's the water and where's the protein? We got to build these muscles. Where's the water? Where's the protein? We got to build these muscles. And it's also going to look for minerals and nutrients as well. A great mineral and nutrient that you can use to work out is going to be Celtic sea salt. Just put a little pinch under your tongue before you drink your water, okay? I wish we had a link for that. I don't even sell that. That's on Amazon. We sell a bunch of stuff, but that's not what this is about. We don't sell Celtic sea salt. Can somebody send Paula a chat and ask her if we can get Celtic sea salt as a product, please, for green organics? Can we get Celtic sea salt? So the point is, when you get, and if you haven't already thumbed up the video, let's get the algorithm up. Let's get the likes up. Go, do me a favor. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you thumbs up the video so you can get notified when we do more content like this next Monday and beyond. Okay. Yeah. Celtic sea salt. That has a lot of minerals and nutrients there, magnesium, potassium, iron. It's not as much as the HBN minerals will be, but it's enough for you to get from Amazon for a couple of bucks and put a little bit out under your tongue. And your body, once you go to sleep, your brain is going to start looking for water, protein, and a couple different minerals and nutrients, and it's going to build muscle while you sleep. That's why when you get sick, if you ever get sick, you go to the doctor. The doctor says, drink a bunch of water. They put you on a bag. You know, they put an IV in there. That's just saline solution. That's water and salt. That's all a doctor does 9 times out of 10 to get you healthy is put you on a saline, run an IV, saline solution. That's just salt water, so it absorbs right. And the doctor says, get some sleep. Bed rest. I'm putting you on bed rest. All they're doing is giving you salt water and telling you go to bed. Your body is doing most of the healing. Okay? A lot of those prescription drugs that they give you as painkillers, a lot of them, like 60, 70% of prescription drugs, never make it out of the testing phase because they can't beat the placebo. A lot of people don't know that. Before a prescription drug comes to market, it has to beat the placebo. Okay? You can get Celtic sea salt from Amazon, Mr. Hill. Celtic sea salt from Amazon. Okay? Yep, right from Amazon. If you want some of the other products, you can just reach out to me on Facebook or get with the person who invited you to this Facebook Live, and they can show you how to get the other products we're talking about, like the hair growth product. I was talking to somebody about this today. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is all 100% all me, okay? And I was doing a business opportunity presentation earlier, and we were talking about hair loss in men. One of my buddies that I throw axes with, he might be watching this live, he was telling me, man, I'm going bald. And I'm like, I got just the thing for you, okay? So a lot of times, before you start people who use external things to grow their hair back and stuff like that, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. If they're not working, it's because you haven't addressed the internal issue, you see? So when you're talking about, Will, I want to get more muscle. And as I age, I want to get rid of my stomach, but I want to get more muscle for sure. I want to fill up my t-shirts like I used to in college. Roger that. Yeah, working out's going to be the external thing. Well, I got this new workout app. I downloaded, I joined the new gym. That is the external stuff. Okay. You have to deal with the internal. All right. What are you drinking? What are you eating? How much protein are you getting? How much water are you drinking? How much sleep are you getting? Internal decisions that you have to make. Okay. Oh, Terry Hill, you good. See, Terry, we haven't met yet, man. Congratulations, Terry Hill. Jessica is a fantastic young lady, man. Super awesome up and coming leader in the industry. I should have put it together. Jessica Hill, Terry, I just didn't click. My bad, brother. Good. Yeah, Jessica can get you hooked up with all of the products, man. But the Celtic sea salt, just put a little couple of crystals, a little pinch underneath your tongue, let it dissolve, and then drink maybe 15, 16 ounces of water max. 8 ounces is probably about right. But do that a couple times during the day so that your body has time to absorb the water. One of the things that I get a lot of people say, and also shout out to Chelsea who just hopped on as well. And yes, thank you for your service, Terry. In fact, thank all our veterans. If you are a veteran on the call, just put veteran in the chat, man. We love you. We appreciate you. And we want to thank y'all for your service for sure. That is a big, big deal. So getting back to the water, when you want to build muscle, drinking a whole gallon of water or a gallon of water a day, that really won't hurt you. But let me tell you what will typically happen. You typically just start going to the bathroom more. And if you just keep going to the bathroom more, the problem with that, okay, the problem with that is the water's not getting absorbed. It's not getting absorbed. So the Celtic sea salt that you put on your tongue is going, and then you just drink maybe 8 ounces of water at a time, wait maybe 30, 45 minutes, an hour, move around doing some stuff, get another couple crystals, then drink the water. The water's going to be absorbing better now, and you won't be peeing it out all the time, okay? You won't be peeing it out, all right? So, if you have any questions more about just on that surface level of stuff, we didn't even talk about no supplements. We didn't talk about no workout styles today, because the supplements don't matter and the workout style doesn't matter if the water and the sleep aren't there, okay? Yes, you have to be working out, but we've seen people be successful doing really intense heavyweight. We've seen people being really, really successful working out with doing lightweight for a bunch of reps. We've seen people be really successful doing all body weight with no gym. We've seen people be doing successful doing just Olympic lifts. All you got to do is squat, deadlift, and bench just at the gym. We've seen them successful with that. We've seen people doing functional training and rebounding, get super fit, and muscle ups like Coach Troy. We've seen people do 9 billion different types of workouts, okay, and all get results. But none of those workouts work without water and the right amount of sleep for your body. It just don't work, okay? And I'm going to tell you why water is so important too. Your bones are around 20% water. And shout out to Terry. Just said Terry has lost 24 pounds using the products. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations. Question I've been getting about how to boost testosterone. Let's talk about that next. Good question there. Let's talk about testosterone, gentlemen. Testosterone is the master hormone and has dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of health benefits, which I'll share with you a couple in a second. And Jessica and I'm getting a Berkey water filter. Yeah. Rick Burnett turned me on to the Berkey water filters, and them jokers are bomb. They are super, super duper bomb. MJ was like, yo, they gotta get a Berkey water filter. I'm like, what? Yeah, the Berkey water filter is where it's at. It's where it's at, okay? So without water and without sleep, the workout you do is irrelevant. It won't work, okay? And that's how that goes. And you can use the Celtic sea salt as well. Testosterone is going to be a great question. I know a lot of guys, I don't recommend this at all, by the way, who go to their doctors in their 40s and 50s and 60s because they have low T. And what's the doctor going to do? The doctor's going to put them on some type of injection. The problem is when you get on injections like that, you typically never want to get off of it. And the problem is your body, your genitalia, fellas, is going to start to stop producing its own testosterone because you don't need it. And that's bad. So if you ever stop using it, the stuff that the doctor gives you, or if you can't get it or they won't refill your prescription, you're going to start seeing the balding. You're going to start seeing the man boobs, right? The gynecomastia, these type of different things that are unfortunate. Let me see. Rick is here, can't participate in the chat. Why not, Rick? Let me see. I'm not sure how to fix that, honestly. I don't know how to fix it, but I'll do, because this is our first one, so it's a work in progress. But we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out on back end. No worries. I'm not sure. Let me see. What can I do to fix that? I really don't know. Yep. No idea. Sorry about that. All right, back to it. So, all right, so we'll have it fixed next time, Rick. Don't worry. So now we're going to talk about testosterone. Look, Chelsea Nardi, you see, that's what happens when women hop on Men's Health Mondays. Okay, when women hop on Men's Health Mondays, they be taking all our good information, man. I'm just messing. Chelsea's awesome. Great family. Excellent young lady. Super talented builder. Great husband, great son, making the magic happen. So let's talk about testosterone for the fellas. Now, testosterone is a really big deal for men and women. Now, men have more of it, okay, because we experience the thunder thief. We experience more issues as it goes down in age, okay? Now, some of the number one things you can do for your I kid you not, okay, is to have a mindset of thinking about previous victories. This is medical science research, PhDs. Just hear me out, okay? Hear me out. So there were some studies done after a soccer game. I think it was the World Cup, and it was. And I'm gonna give you at least 3 or 4 things to do for testosterone, all right? But the World Cup, Brazilian soccer team, okay, and it is Brazil versus Italy, okay? And they're going for the penalty kick that would decide the game, all right? One of the Italian strikers is going for the penalty kick. All right. And this is, I'm not a huge soccer fan, but I like this study. Okay. Now, when you kick the penalty kick, if you get it, you're going to win the game. Okay. He missed the kick. Y'all know how Brazilian fans feel about soccer. They call it football because that's the whole world calls it football except for in America. He missed the kick. Scientists took that opportunity to randomly select 10 people from each group of fans, and they kept asking people till they allowed people to take a mouth swab directly after the game. They took a mouth swab and they went and measured the testosterone in the groups, and they can tell a time thing, okay, based on the swabs. So they had test subjects. After they lost, the body postures of the Italian fans was like this, and all 10 of the sampled Italian fans saw drastic decreases in testosterone. They hadn't eaten nothing, they hadn't drunk nothing, they hadn't took no estrogen, nothing like that, no tofu. Their testosterone went down when their team lost. So they measured the Brazilians, a Berkey water filter. Yeah, MJ, can you put the name of it in the chat? We learned about that from Rick Burnett, and Rick can't comment right now in the chat. Okay, Eve, what's up? What's up? Trinidad Tobago in the house. Welcome. They measured the Brazilian fans, men and women. Their testosterone went up immediately. Now, testosterone is so powerful that if you're taking steroids, it is considered a performance-enhancing drug. All you have to do to give yourself a free, legal performance-enhancing drug, okay, a free, legal dose of basically a healthy steroid that will increase your testosterone, is remember a past win and focus on that. Okay, if you mentally remember a time when you were on top of your game, will increase testosterone immediately. The next thing that you can do, and this is scientific research, okay? We got about 5 minutes left. Oh, Rick's back. So remember something you did great, all right? It is actually a correlative of the book we discussed the other day. I like the brand with the blue bag. I don't know which one it is, Celtic Sea Salt on Amazon, but it got the blue bag. That's what Dr. Barbara O'Neill used. That's what I like. That's what we got at our house. It's a royal blue bag for Celtic sea salt. I'm not sure what brand that is. And so one of the things that, if you remember a past win to boost testosterone, it is the equivalent of, who remembers when Mike Tyson went to jail? Okay, Mike Tyson, questionable circumstances. I'm not judging their innocent, guilty, whatever. But Mike Tyson took a plea or whatever. He went to jail. Now, when he went to jail, he was the world champion. Okay. When he went to jail, he was the world champion, and he was in jail for like 3 years. Okay? When Mike Tyson got out of jail, he was not the champion no more. A dude named Frank Bruno out the UK was the champion of the world at the time. Frank Bruno, big Frank Bruno. So they didn't have Mike Tyson go fight Frank Bruno immediately when he got out of jail. They could have, but they didn't. They had him fight what doctors or boxing coaches call a tomato can. A tomato can is just a dude. Yep, you're right, Rick. That's what happened. Took the plea. It is what it is. But they call that a tomato can. So Mike Tyson's managers and promotions teams set up some fights with some bums that couldn't beat him if they tried. They call them tomato cans. That's what boxing coaches call. I learned that from a doctor. That's what boxing coaches call it. Okay, my boxing coach we never fought tomato cans. We wasn't champions of the world like that. We fought real hitters, you know. And so they got one guy's name was Peter McNeely. Another dude name was Buster Mathis Jr., not Buster Douglas, Buster Mathis Jr. You can look this up. Mike Tyson demolished these cats. One dude, minute and a half, another dude, maybe 2 or 3 rounds, but they all got demolished. And it built his confidence. He hadn't fought in 3 years. It built his confidence. And they knew that it would. So when his confidence went up, he was able to remember those wins and it spiked his testosterone. Yes, because dopamine is going to be the correlative to testosterone, 100%. 100%. So he took that confidence in those victories. Why do y'all think it is that once you become a top earner in network marketing, you always a top earner in network marketing? You'll ball out no matter where you go because we remember our wins we had from our first company. We remember when our first 14 grand a month, way before we ever hit 40 and 50 grand a month. We remember 10 grand a month, and that was a big win. You can remember that. And when you get the dual hit of dopamine, which makes you feel good and motivated, testosterone makes you aggressive and confident. I'm going to say it again. Dopamine makes you feel good, okay? And then when you add the testosterone, you're going to feel aggressive, more confident, okay? More motivated, all right? So you're going to want to go do more work. So remembering your wins from last week, teams, is going to make you go do more. This is why I have a journal of what I write my workouts in every workout, because I need to look back and see how much I did, not just so I can do a little more, but so I can see and feel the amount of goodness that I know I did it. I finished it last week. I'm gonna finish it this week. I finished it 2 months ago. And I keep very meticulous records, specifically the strength of winning memories, man. It will drive your testosterone through the roof. Another thing, your body does not create testosterone while you're awake. If you're not sleeping, all right, bye-bye testosterone. It is what it is, okay? It is what it is. Another thing, sometimes your body wants to create testosterone, but that you're not working out at all. And if you're not sprinting, or if you're not doing some type of squats or leg press, even if the weight is not on your back. I'm not a fan of back squats. I don't like all that weight on my spine. I'd rather do leg presses, lunges, some body weight squats, lunge, deadlifts, farmer's walk, okay? Why? Because all of those exercises incorporate the thighs, incorporate the quadriceps. And there are studies that show that because of how close the testicles are in relation to your thighs geographically, there is a lot of testosterone that is built up and stored in the thigh muscles, which is why your thighs are the biggest, strongest muscles in your body by far, because there's so much testosterone stored in there. They're huge. So what you have to do is do some lunges or box squats, sumo squats, and that's going to loose up and free up some of the testosterone to get into your circulatory system. And then doing some high intensity cardio is going to get your heart pumping and blood pumping to send that testosterone filled blood to other parts of your body. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, hopefully the more heavy weight you can do with your legs and the more high intensity cardio you do, it just makes sense, okay? And I'm gonna tell y'all, so that's things you can do to increase the testosterone in your body, and understand there's a lot of stuff decreases it. For guys, the number one thing, when I talk to guys and they're being transparent, the number one thing that's decreasing their testosterone is gonna be porn. A lot of guys aren't gonna talk about that. This is Men's Health Mondays. I gotta tell you, fellas, if you or somebody man, cut that out, cut that out. It is meant, I'm not judging the morality of anything. I'm just telling you there are scientific studies that show that it messes up the dopamine receptors in your brain and ruins the testosterone. Like, it messes you up, okay? It just messes you up 100%. Ladies, I don't know. This ain't Ladies Health Thursdays. I don't know what ladies do. But fellas, you can't be doing that, because it's going to literally, yes, so many studies on it. It's going to decrease your aggression. It's going to decrease your testosterone. It's going to decrease your motivation, okay? You're not going to want to do nothing. Why? Because your body is getting a hit of what it thinks is sexual activity, when previously in society, fellas, you had to earn that. You had to pursue your lady. You had to either go talk to her, give it a gift of gab in the game. You got to go to work to make money to take her out. A lot of times you had to have a dowry or some type of thing that you had to give her father. You had to give her father sheep. Yeah, you got to put it, historically speaking, gentlemen, you had to hunt, bring food. You had to do something to earn this woman. Yep, spit your game, fellas. Jess, no. Jess married. Look, Terry in the military. Terry, no. Okay, you got to really have it together. And when you do that, and then you get your significant other or your bride or to be or whatever, she your girlfriend at the time, whatever that is, you get the dopamine hit that way, and your brain goes, "Ooh, we did this. We worked hard. We was at the gym. We was strong. We was hunting. We was bringing home the bacon. We was paying bills. We was fixing cars. Dopamine, boom. I got hurt, boom. And then your brain goes, okay, I need to be able to do more of this stuff. I need to have more utility, more useful. And if I do that, I'll get more of what I want. And then you get more dopamine the healthy, natural way. Okay. The problem is, this is why the government underwrites pornography, gentlemen. You know, pornography is free. Okay. The government underwrites this stuff. Who do you think is paying for that stuff and it's free? Who do you think is paying for that? Nobody. What's happened? The government pays for it with your tax dollars. Why? Because the government wants you weak, gentlemen. The government knows that if you get addicted to porn and you're, ejaculating on a regular basis, okay, you ain't gonna want to be motivated. You ain't gonna be about no rebellion. You're not gonna be about fighting to fighting for your family. You ain't gonna be about doing nothing but being docile and being a sheep because your brain is gonna be producing dopamine from something you didn't have to work for. That's a fact, Jack. I don't want look. They don't want to talk about that. Ain't nobody else talking about it. They don't, fellas. They don't want to talk about that. But that's the truth. And gentlemen, it's the last thing I'll leave y'all with tonight. We'll wrap it up. Pick it up again next Monday. Any last minute questions y'all want to do, put those in the chat or message me on Facebook, facebook.com/double millionaire. Message me on Facebook and I will answer your questions live right here on Next Men's Health Mondays. We covered a couple great things tonight. The last one I think that we'll mention, and again, we're not talking about, this is not Ladies Health Thursdays, okay? How much sleep for a human being, Derek? Minimum 8 hours. The studies have been done on that, 8 to 9 hours, 9 hours if you can, but minimum 8. Why? Because the body sleeps in 3-hour cycles. So if you can get 2 to 3 3-hour cycles, you'll be good to go. You'll be good to go. Erectile dysfunction, yes. So erectile dysfunction can come from a lot of different places. Great question, Coach Marcus. A lot of it can come from the decreased testosterone, but another place that people typically do not realize that erectile dysfunction come from is certain nutrients you're missing and the lack of nitric oxide in the body, okay? So we talked about 4 hours. Derek, you're going to have a hell of a time ever getting in shape, bro. 4 hours ain't getting it done. Your body just needs there. You got to get up to at least, jumping up to 8 might be too big a jump. You got to get up to at least 6, bro. You got to get at least 2 3-hour cycles in, at least. Okay. So another thing is that we talked about fulvic acid very briefly, but I think either Chelsea or Coach Tina brought that up. And fulvic acid is absolutely one. I'm gonna do a whole Men Health Monday on fulvic acid, and we'll bring on Chelsea and Coach Tina as guests. I would love that because, gentlemen, we're talking about water, talking about supplements. Fulvic acid is not just the literal raw biological material that your body's made out of. It actually makes every other supplement you take, including water, it makes those way more bioavailable. Okay, they are just scratching the surface scientifically of what fulvic acid really does for the body. But you can get with the person who got you on this call to tell you all about it. Fulvic acid is amazing. So I'm gonna tell you, body, right there it is. That's the product I'm gonna talk about now. Body, super amazing product, by the way. And body is gonna be made from beets. We have a new product coming out. I think it's gonna be called beet root. They're going to increase the nitric oxide production in the body. Now, here's what the nitric oxide, yep. Corey, yes. Now, when you get a bunch of nitric oxide in your body, is a vasodilator. Let me tell you 4 things that it's going to do. Yeah, body should be used again, and zinc. Coach Troy says right here, body should be used after every loss of sperm. And zinc, man, if you're not getting your zinc back in you, gentlemen, you're missing out. Fulvic, body, zinc, these things you gotta take. You fellas, you don't have a choice. You have to replace all of that raw genetic material. If you don't replace it, Your body's going to be trying to get it from food, and the food we eat these days simply ain't got it like that. So supplementation is key. All right, key. Thank you, Coach Short. So here's the thing. This is some of the things that nitric oxide does. Now you can use a product like Body or like Beetroot Max when it comes out, or you can eat a bunch of beets. Okay, it's not a problem. Totally up to you. Go to Walmart grocery section, Whole Foods, get you a bunch of beets. Totally up to you. But this is what it's going to do. It's going to open up your blood vessels. Now, gentlemen, some people are having erectile dysfunction, it's because your arteries are clogged because you're eating garbage. Your arteries are clogged because your blood is slow and sluggish because you're not drinking enough water. Or you don't have enough iron. Your blood pressure and your arteries are clogged because you're not doing any high intensity cardiovascular activity. When you do a sprint or when you lift something heavy, it opens up those blood vessels because your heart starts pumping fast and shoves blood through the blood vessels. So really open them up. So when you get some nitric oxide in you, especially if you're going to go work out, it's going to open up those blood vessels. A lot of times that's going to help you eliminate a lot of the erectile dysfunction because now more blood can get to the genitalia. Fellas, that's all veins, man. That's not a bone. That is, you got to get blood down there, gentlemen. Okay, max it out. Fellas, max it out. Max it out. You got to get some blood, man. You got to get some blood flow going on, fellas. Your cardio, lift something, the beetroot, max, the Body, the red superfood powder, chug it. Here's another thing the nitric oxide is going to do. The nitric oxide is going to open up the blood vessels that get blood to your scalp. You see your scalp, all right? The scalp has very teeny tiny flat capillaries because it's thin skin. So the blood be trying to get to your scalp to grow your hair, but the blood vessel's too small, so you start balding, gentlemen. You start balding. When you open up those blood vessels, more blood is going to get to the scalp and it's going to grow your hair faster. All right. What else is nitric oxide going to do? It's going to help you recover. See, a lot of people don't know your bones are 20-some% water, but your bones and joints are going to need minerals too. And your bones, if you ever seen a human bone, like a cadaver or something like that, there are teeny tiny little holes in the bone, tiny, tiny, tiny. The bones even have to get some blood flow into them and get water into them through teeny, teeny, tiny vessels. You got to have nitric oxide for those, or else your recovery is not going to happen fast enough. So the beetroot powder, the Body powder, or just eating a bunch of beets, literally beet juice in a blender, that's going to really get you that nitric oxide, really, really pump it up. It's going to be great for you, and it's going to have a lot of health benefits. It can help eliminate erectile dysfunction. It can help grow your hair and nails faster. It can help you repair from injuries and knees, especially your knees and bones, way faster. Now, for the record, I'm not a medical doctor, and I'm not claiming that anything I'm saying can help you cure, treat, or prevent any disease. That's a medical disclaimer, but that's what we got today. So we covered a lot of information today, man. I appreciate y'all so much. Do me a favor. Make sure you or people you know are subscribing to the channel. We are going to drop this again on next Monday at 8 o'clock p.m. Central. If you have questions, bring them live. We'll answer them on the air, or message me, www.facebook.com, or you can put comments right here and we'll answer the questions on there, okay? Fellas, I appreciate y'all. Love you. God bless you. Ladies, thank y'all for coming to hang out with us too. Share this information with your husbands, your sons, your uncles, and this, that, and the third. We will catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good night. You're welcome. Thank you too, man. Yeah, I will be.